We are finally here, everybody. The first episode of Fake D Podcast. I'm Owen O'Brien, and we'll start with some intros so that you can, meet the guys. Alex?
My name's Alex, big Thunder fan, big hockey guy.
I'm Justin, also enormous hockey guy, Sharks fan, biggest Sharks fan, 607.
Now, Owen, as I said, I'm a Timberwolves fan, sadly, many hard times through the years. So go ahead, Zach.
My name is Zach. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, also disappointing.
You really hate to see it.
Hello, I'm Donovan. I'm a Washington Redskins fan and a James Harden fan.
You all have disappointing sports.
Yeah, we do.
Bases.
We do. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. First topic. On a road to 100 million subscribers. Rockets versus Warriors.
Yesterday, we saw the conclusion of the Warriors-Rockets series, which ended in 6 games. Started out, very good game, and then in the second half, Curry and Clay absolutely took over, hit some big shots. And it ended with Harden and Chris Paul being very disappointed going home. I think the series was a great series until Game 6 because the Rockets decided to come back into the series. Chris Paul, a max contract player, did not live up to expectations, making $35 million a year, which he is not worth half of that the way he played. And Harden, he attempted. I'll give him that. He didn't play like last year. Last year he played absolutely terrible, but it just wasn't enough to take on this Warriors juggernaut.
Okay, I would like to say something here about this. I would say that Steph Curry was the person that didn't perform as well as he should have. Steph Curry, throughout the entire series, Steph Curry shot 28% from 3. And James Harden, on the other hand, shot 35% from 3. And Chris Paul also shot 45% from the field.
But I just think, I don't know, the Rockets' offense, it's formed just for scoring, not for,
it's too
not
much.
For winning. It's not about, it's an offense that's always going to score points, and the people in it are always going to perform, but they're not going to win. And he's literally, James Harden started to remind me of Russell Westbrook. He literally looks like a player that, he's going to put up stats, and his team's going to, during the regular season, they're going to be
He
like,
could drop 40 and they could still lose.
Yeah,
I thought you sucked them off, though.
They're going to say, I don't know.
You suck 'em
I'm
off?
starting to change what I'm saying. You are so freaking annoying. Anyway, but I don't know. He reminds me of Russell Westbrook, just the way that, during the regular season, you're like, he's a god, and they're going to win the finals, and then as soon as the playoffs come, it's over. He's going to put up stats, but he's not actually going to win.
But on the series, he averaged 35, 7, 5.5, and then 2.2.
It wasn't Harden why they lost this series.
I
feel like a big reason the Warriors keep winning is they're so composed. You saw a lot last night, Game 6. The Rockets would come down, big shot, crowd gets into it. The Warriors calm down, run their sets, big three.
Yeah.
They would come down, just hit a 3. The Rockets could never pull away. That's why the Warriors win all these rings.
I think also the Rockets' system of just shooting a ton of threes and hoping for fouls is not going to win you a championship against a team with 4 All-Stars.
Yeah.
D'Antoni, the way he coaches the Rockets to just go down and gun threes all game is not going to work.
Another thing about Mike D'Antoni is that he's been in the league forever. He also coached on the Steve Nash 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns, and they went to the Western Conference all the time, but they could never finish and get that championship.
Yeah, D'Antoni's just an offensive coach. He's known for that.
Yeah, he's known for offense and Steve Nash. Steve Nash is he's like a shoot. I can't even think of it right now.
That's fine. We'll just cut it off.
Oh no. Steve Nash is a project of the D'Antoni system.
Yeah.
That's why he won 2 MVPs.
That's almost I don't know. Harden, he just he's a guy that when you talk about his stats, you're his stats are really good, but like I said, he literally reminds me of Russell Westbrook. You're like, oh, you don't blame it on Russell Westbrook because he had these stats, but he didn't win.
The reason it's like that is because the entire offense is on his shoulders. He's gonna have a big night, but not a ton of other people are because he's doing everything.
Yeah.
I would say
it's easy to score 40 points when you're shooting the ball every other possession.
I would say though he did have a good. He shot 44% from the field. So it's not that bad.
It's not amazing.
For him, though.
It's not amazing.
That's good for him.
Curry only shot 40 and Durant shot 45.
Yeah.
So Curry didn't have a good series, though.
In the end, this series came down to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson hitting big shots at the end of Game 6.
And I will say one thing. I give Steph Curry a lot of props for it. He did not score a single point in the first half. And then ended up scoring 33 points.
We've all played bad games, and you go into halftime, you're like, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
Curry just made
he kept. Speaking of Curry, where do you guys think he ranks all time?
He is top 5.
Top
5.
I'll say
Listen.
Top 5 players?
Wait. Point guard or player?
Point guard.
Okay. I thought you said player.
I understand, Zach.
Yeah.
Play some stats.
During games which go down to the wire, Curry averages 48.2 points, 8.1 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 1.8 steals, and shoots 50% from both 2 and 3 per 36 minutes. And games, last 2 minutes of one possession games, 81 points per 36 minutes on 52.4% field goal. And last minute of one possession games, 111 points per 36 minutes and a true shooting percentage of 89.5.
He's clutch.
Yeah.
And also Warriors Thunder February 2016.
Oh god. Okay.
Big game.
Way downtown.
I can agree that Steph Curry has his clutch moments, but I have to bring up this stat because
Justin's a big Curry hater.
Not that I don't like Curry. I just don't like seeing the same team win every year.
No, you despise.
No, you just don't like Curry.
No, you despise.
You just
him.
don't like
I
Curry.
like Curry for what he does.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't appreciate you.
Shut
You
up.
guys crazy. All right. So this stat is less than 10 seconds in the fourth quarter and overtime in the playoffs, which is clutch time. Curry is 2 for 9, while other players that you could compare Curry to in the clutch, LeBron is 12 for 23, Damian Lillard is 4 for 8, which is 50%, which that is amazing, and MJ is 7 for 15. So some of the greatest of all time, they shoot way higher in the clutch than Curry does.
Hey, my man. Water.
I'm still putting Curry at number 2 point. In my opinion, number 2 point guard all time.
I
Because
agree.
not only compared to Stockton, most people put Stockton number 2. I'm putting Magic at 1 and Stockton at 2. Stockton, who's a better passer and a better defender. He leads all time in assists and steals. But Curry, he's a 2-time MVP. His prime is much better, averaging 30 points a game during the MVP seasons. Unanimous MVP and better shooter. And to me, the most important thing in basketball is winning. And Curry
He's a
wins.
winner.
No matter who's around him. Even I know he has a super team and whatever, but he wins. And even Stockton had Karl Malone and didn't win.
He proved it
Towards-
last night.
towards-
He even proved that last night. He's a
Towards the
winner.
beginning of Curry's career, though, he struggled a lot. They did not make the playoffs for the first half of his career until they landed.
He was
Clay
young
Thompson.
and they didn't have a good team.
Once he started.
I think once he got Clay and
It's
Draymond,
maturity,
he became
especially
a
as
lot
a
better.
point guard. You can't put a ton of things or a ton of pressure on a rookie point guard.
Yeah,
You gotta mature to win.
And it's his team. The Warriors are his team. If you take him off the team, you saw what happened during the regular season. What did they go 2 and whatever? They went
Was it 2 to
they need Steph Curry on the court.
Okay, this is where I rank Curry. I rank Curry at number 3 all time. At 1, Magic Johnson, of course.
Oh,
There's no doubt that he is the greatest point
Greater
guard
the
of all
world on
time.
the line. I want
And then
that.
number 2, you guys probably will not agree with this. I think Isaiah Thomas is number 2. He led that team. That Pistons team was his team.
Isaiah Thomas is big.
He beat Larry Bird,
MJ.
Julius Irving, MJ, and Magic Johnson.
Isaiah Thomas is extremely.
He's so underrated.
He needed a ton of help to do beating MJ. They had to literally harass him, do terrible things to his butthole in order to in order to. No, I'm just saying they harassed every time he ran the page, he was getting triple teamed. And that's the only way that they won, and that wasn't led by Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas could not guard players like that. He had guys around him like Dennis Rodman to help him.
But think about it. On the dirty Pistons teams, the bad boys. Who else did Isaiah Thomas have on offense? He was really their best offensive player.
I guess.
Him and I don't know who's the other guy. The shooting guard was pretty good, but
Joe Dumars.
Joe
Dumars.
But he really led, facilitated, and did everything with that offense.
And I will say, Isaiah Thomas, it wasn't unlike Steph Curry. Steph Curry had a while to develop, and then he won the 2 MVPs. But Isaiah Thomas came in the league and made a very big impact, like Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
He came in and when he came into the league, his team was almost a playoff contender.
He was matured.
But
yes.
Magic. Well, there was a story about Magic. I thought it was I thought it was his rookie year, one of his first years, where in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure they won. Didn't they win the finals?
Yeah, his rookie year, he won the finals and he played center.
Yeah, and because Kareem got injured, he played center as a rookie. Imagine a player doing that today. Imagine Luka Doncic winning a championship in his rookie year and leading the team to the championship. You would that's insane. So he's far above Curry. Curry would have to pop off for the next.
I think
5
Curry
years.
could be the best one.
I think if Curry goes to a different
I think he
team, or
can.
if KD and Klay Thompson leave and he still wins a championship by himself with one other All-Star, then it'd be very hard.
It depends on how the rest of
next
his
year's a big
career
year.
goes.
Next year's a big year for Curry.
Yeah,
Because
free agency.
because KD's probably gonna opt out, go somewhere. Clay's iffy, so it's gonna really be his team.
Do you guys have Magic? Do you guys have Magic as the greatest passer of all time?
Passer, no, Stockton.
Stockton
Yeah,
is
Or Rondo.
I'm taking
Nash
Magic.
is up there.
Or Rondo.
Because I'm saying
Rondo's up there.
Magic. I'm saying Magic's the best passer. I was gonna say Curry's the best shooter.
I feel like Magic is the best passer, like just straight like assist dimes, but flashy passing, I'm taking Steve Nash any day.
Oh no. What's the guy? Whatever.
White chocolate, J. Will?
J. Will?
With like who's the guy that did the elbow
Elbow
pass?
pass?
I don't
Jason
see.
Williams. I will say though, if you need
Jason Kidd, who's also very good. Pass.
Yeah, but I'm not putting.
He's also
I'm not
not
putting him.
baller.
I'm putting him below Steve Nash though.
Yeah.
I'm putting him below Steve
Bless
Nash.
you, sweetie.
Okay, but if I need like an assist, I'm going to Stockton. Stockton is.
It's just I don't think. I mean, I guess
Stockton's just crafty.
What was his career? What was his
Okay,
career average compared to Magic? Because I know Magic in his 1 year won MVP over Jordan, and Magic was averaging like 14 assists a game.
What's Stockton's assist average?
But Stockton's career average is 10.5, and
John Stockton. Yes, it is.
But I don't
13 points a game and 10 assists.
What's Magic's all time?
Isaiah Thomas is 20 and 9. 24 and 9.
His total all time was 12.2.
His all time assists a game.
No, it was 11.2.
His assists a game
Yes.
was 11.2.
Who?
Magic.
Magic was.
That's
Over his
impressive.
career.
Did he average a
19.5, 11.2, and 7.2.
That's great. I'm taking Magic great.
Let me
After
look at-
that,
Let me look
definitely
at another
Magic
site though, because I don't.
great. Go on Basketball Reference. Yeah, Basketball World.
I'm on reference.
Career.
MVP. So
I wanna get to my
I'll
house.
Yeah,
switch
it
that.
is. It's 19.5, 7.2 rebounds, and 11.2
He's
assists.
literally almost averaging a triple double on his career. I mean, 3 rebounds is a lot, but like when you think about it, like it's literally in range of a triple double, which is
And he was
insane.
a point guard.
Yeah,
He played in
So
the
I think I'm
80s.
putting
He
him
played
above
in the
Curry.
80s.
I'm putting
which
him
is-
above
Yeah.
Curry.
In the 80s where it's hard to get rebounds.
I'm putting him above Curry. Yeah. So Magic, I'm going Magic Curry, and then
I'm a big Curry guy, and I used to always think Curry was one, but yeah, Magic. I think we can all agree on that. Magic's the greatest point guard of all time.
Okay, next topic. MVP.
Giannis.
All right, Mr. Harden's fans
yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
Giannis.
okay.
Giannis,
Okay,
Giannis,
I'm going
Giannis,
first.
Giannis,
Go ahead.
Giannis.
I am
Hold on,
probably the
Harden.
biggest James Harden fan.
We know.
And James Harden on the season averaged 36 points a game.
He shoots 25 shots a game though.
So he averaged 36 points a game. That is crazy.
Not when you're shooting.
How many people have averaged over 35 points in a season, not including Will Chamberlain?
Kobe
Michael.
and Kobe.
Kobe
and
and-
Michael.
Michael.
Kobe Michael
I mean-
and who's the underhand shooter?
Rick Barry.
Rick Barry did.
In Baylor, I think 1 year.
1 year.
But like that, I mean, that's not a lot of people.
But those are all in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So like recently, it's all. I mean, the only
It's,
people in
it's
recent
him and
memories-
Kobe.
Yeah, in the 2000s, Kobe. So I don't know. I just, in my opinion,
His middle name's Edward.
but I have always said that Harden deserves MVP. But I think if I had to cast my vote, I would say Giannis.
Especially now because it's a
Yep.
playoff.
Just because
playoff award.
Giannis is clearly the better on the other side of the ball. On defense,
Giannis
Giannis
is the defensive player of the
yeah,
year.
yeah, he's probably.
Harden's not.
If I had to cast my vote for defensive player of the year, I'd also say Giannis.
Okay, but I will say one more thing though. Harden has definitely improved his defense on the season.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Like,
improved,
2 steals?
but it's not
He's averaging like almost 2 steals a game.
Yeah, but
on
it's
the
not-
season. From James Harden, the man that was looked at as a meme for not playing defense.
Yeah, but so did
the
Steph
name
Curry.
of our the name of our podcast, Fake D. Our
Literally
logo is gonna
named
be a
after
picture.
James Harden.
Our
Named
logo's
after-
James Harden.
Well,
Alright.
I'm just saying. I don't know. He averaged 2 steals a game, but Curry did that in the beginning of his career, and he like almost 2 steals a game, and he was never considered a good defender. There's a lot of guys that just get steals, but they're like actually like their presence on defense. Like no one's going into a game like, oh no, better watch out for James Harden on defense. Like no one's saying that. Like that, but when you go into a game, you're planning against literally Giannis. Like you're not planning against any other person on the team other than well maybe other people on the team, but mainly Giannis. You're like we have to find a way to stop him on both sides of the ball.
I have their compared stats. Giannis averaged 27.7, 12.5, and 5.9 on 57.8 field goal percentage. Harden did I say it wrong?
No, you're good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Keep going,
Harden averaged 36.1 points per game, 6.6, and 7.5 on 44.2 field goal percentage.
All right, to compare their stats, Harden and Giannis in the major categories, they are split 5-5 with points per game, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage, steals, blocks per game, and Giannis is leading him in turnovers. And then PER, Giannis beats him by 0.3, which is a pretty significant margin actually. But their team record when they were playing, James Harden's team went 51-27, and Giannis' team went 56-16. Keep in mind, Giannis is in the East, where it's a very bottom half is not as strong as the top half, while the West, every 1 through 8, all the teams are very competitive. James Harden had 10 out of the 25 50-point games during the 2019 season. Giannis only had 2. James Harden had 2 61-point games, which he was the only one besides Kemba Walker who had 60 once. Giannis had 0. James Harden averaged 50 points per game over 5 games. He's the only player to do that since Kobe, Wilt, and Baylor. Giannis had 54 double-doubles, and the Bucks were 4-6 without Giannis. And James Harden, through a span when Clint Capella and Chris Paul were both injured, James Harden kept his team in the playoffs and solidified a 4 seed. And he averaged 30-plus points per game for 32 games in a row. Only Wilt is the only player to ever do that. So in my opinion, just because of the absolute tear that James Harden went on and the offensive juggernaut that he was this year, I'd give him MVP.
Let me say one more thing. I will say, not to decredit Giannis or anything, I would say James Harden is more of an impact player on that team. If you ran that, you switch the roles on that team, I don't think Giannis would have done that good on that team.
The supporting cast of the Bucks
Because
with Mirotic, Brogdon,
Bledsoe almost averaged 20 points a game.
Lopez, not Mirotic.
I thought he still played.
Wait, he got traded. Yeah, I'm stupid now.
Brook Lopez is the best shooting center in the league. One game he made 11 threes. That's crazy for a center. And 2, he has Chris Middleton, another All-Star, underrated All-Star. And Eric Bledsoe, on the back half of the season, last 20 games, averaging 25 points a game.
But that's for me. That's even more of a reason to hand it to Giannis because Giannis is doing this much. He literally
With other players.
He plays a significant amount less minutes than Harden does. Harden plays almost the most minutes in the league. Giannis plays only about 30 minutes a game. And Giannis, with all those players around Harden, with all those lack of players around Harden, he's averaging 36. But Giannis has all those great players around him and still manages to put up. He literally averages 30 points a game per 36 minutes. If he played as much as Harden, basically, he would average over 30 points a game.
And also, I don't have a stat on it right now, but I feel like Harden's usage percentage and his touches
Definitely.
blow Giannis out.
Yes.
Well,
it
the thing is
So
when
dominant.
That shows his value.
Giannis can play into his system.
Giannis can play into his system, but if you take James Harden off the team, they are going nowhere. They are dead last in the West.
Okay.
No.
That's
Dead last.
no Chris Paul.
Dead last.
You think Chris Paul is gonna come back to Clippers? Chris Paul? He
Yes.
averaged 17 on the season.
You give Chris
Well,
Paul.
they're not gonna be
You
last.
put Chris Paul and Clint Capella in a pick and roll.
So you're
Chris
saying-
Paul and old DeAndre Jordan, they could probably.
So you're saying that the Suns would beat the Rockets?
No.
No.
Hypothetically.
Okay.
Hypothetically what?
Chris Paul had a very underwhelming season, though. I have to say, he was not
I feel
a
like-
max contract player.
You know how dirty Chris
Eric
Paul,
Gordon played better than
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul.
pick and roll would be.
I don't know.
Put
Giannis.
Gerald Green in the corner with Tucker.
Giannis is putting up stats that literally.
You can win games.
Giannis' stats haven't been put up in literally 60 years. The last person to put up his stats, his 27, 12, and 6 is Oscar Robertson. That's how long ago it was.
One thing I'm gonna say that those are very specific stats, 27. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
more
but it's
like,
just
okay,
it's whoever.
Yeah, okay, Mike Rorzemba.
It's whoever performed better than those stats. So think about that. What he averaged, only one person has ever done better than that.
These stats right here are
No, these stats are better.
You're telling me that is better than
12 and a half rebounds.
36 points a game?
But his team,
His team sucks.
but they're not contending.
shots.
What do you mean they're not contending? They were dead last in the West at the beginning of the season, and they're a 3 seed now,
But-
or a 4 seed.
But was there any chance they were ever going to win the finals?
Yes.
No.
Yes, there was a chance.
No, I never think there was a chance.
Yes.
The Rockets, there was always a chance.
Well, they haven't shown that there's always a chance.
If Rockets win that game last night, get momentum, they could. If Rockets beat the Warriors in 7,
There's definitely a cheer and this year.
If Chris Paul was healthy last year, they would have won it all.
Maybe.
Without a doubt in my mind.
I think Curry.
They went up on the Warriors and went back home.
But I think Curry. That's not just because he got injured. I think Curry comes out in the clutch.
When you have a max contract player that gets
Chris
injured,
Paul would have been a big variable last year. Game
I'm voting Giannis. Better defender, and I think he impacts his team better offensively.
Yeah.
I think he
Offensively,
helps his.
offensively, you have.
Oh, also,
Winning is the most important. And he literally made his team one of the best in the NBA.
he plays in the East.
Harden
I'm
averages.
sorry, he plays in the East.
Harden averages 11 free throws a game
he's a.
and
So
shoots
that's
89%.
Giannis is the best player on the best team in the league. He should win it.
Are you high?
But the
Record.
but
Record.
I think
Watch them win the finals.
I think the Bucks could give the Warriors a run. I think the Warriors are winning no matter what. But I think they could.
Yeah.
Give them.
I think they could take it to 6.
I think they could.
No.
They could take it to 6.
7. I'll say 7.
I wouldn't say 7, I'd say 6.
Took it to 6. The Bucks are better than the Rockets.
Yeah.
They can go.
We just said they're better than that. I mean.
Yeah.
Who's guarding him? You
Yeah.
think KD's?
Draymond Green.
I don't know. I think Giannis bullies Draymond.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of bold. Draymond's a really good defender.
Draymond is
Hot take.
Draymond is hot take. Draymond Green is a top 10 defender of all time.
Ooh.
Oh.
All time?
All time.
He doesn't like
He
that.
can guard 1 through 5.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
He put up a triple double without points.
Versatility doesn't equal good. If you're versatile, doesn't mean like people can. He can guard all 5 positions on the court, but can he clamp all 5 positions on the court? No, he's not. You think Kyrie Irving is getting clamped by Draymond? Like Kyrie, Draymond's getting dropped. Draymond looks like a.
Draymond looks like Zach up there playing defense. Just on the ground.
No, no, but like for real, Draymond literally just looks like he's obese when he's running around the court. He literally looks like the hefty lefty when he's playing against a point guard or shooting guard.
But if you think about it, though, he's 6'7", can guard a center, and can guard the 1. I'm not saying he's going to guard Kyrie. Kyrie arguably has the greatest handles of all time. He's not guarding
Jamal
Kyrie.
Crawford. Okay.
Kyrie can create a shot. Yeah, Crawford, if you just have him stand there and do really cool dribble moves, yes. Can he create a shot like Kyrie can? No.
So
Kyrie.
if we were voting on MVP right now, like there are 5 people on the board, who would be winning MVP?
Giannis.
Harden.
Giannis.
Harden.
Giannis wins MVP!
No. Editors. Votes on
Yeah.
MVP.
Who's going to win MVP this year, Giannis or Harden?
Giannis. It's easy, Giannis. Harden didn't win against the Warriors.
And there's our editors vote.
If the Bucks take the Warriors to 6 games, then Giannis wins MVP. But if they lose in 5 or less, then he's not the MVP.
Are you saying that he should be or he
Because
won't?
James Harden took them to 6
Yeah,
games.
but are you saying he should be MVP or he shouldn't be MVP if that happens, or he won't be MVP?
If he will, he should not be MVP if the Bucks get swept or lose in 5
But do you
games.
think he'll still be MVP?
Yes.
Okay.
Because people don't
Do you
appreciate
think
36 points
do you
per
think
game.
Giannis will? You think who do you like? If you
If
had to make $20 on who was going to win MVP, who would you say? Like who the voters would
It's
say?
gonna
won?
come
See,
down to
the
the-
only
They're
hang
gonna
on,
give it to Giannis.
they're gonna give it the only reason they're gonna give it to Giannis is because Harden won last year. I think the NBA is never gonna try and get another repeat again, and the reason why is Harden's span of 30-point games,
32 in a row.
32 in a row, and you know how underhyped that went because Giannis's team was winning. But Harden was doing something that's literally never been done since the 60s.
Only Wilt
Donovan,
Chamberlain.
Only-
I feel like if you give Giannis the ball, if Giannis plays, how many minutes does Harden play? Like a game, like 30.
I think it's like 38 or
Okay.
more. Like he
you
plays
play
a lot.
Giannis 38 minutes a game and put him in like a pick and fade with Brook Lopez every possession down the court. He probably averages more points than James Harden.
I agree with that.
It's just Harden does
No.
everything.
See, you know what you could do to him?
You
You could hit him with that Ben Simmons
You
defense.
just foul
Once-
Giannis.
Once
will
Giannis
bully you.
develops a 3-point jump shot, then you put a big guy on him. What is he gonna do?
Foul
But then you get
Giannis.
mismatches everywhere else, and
but
Giannis
sh-
gets
sh-
assists.
Make him
Shaq
take free
and-
throws.
Yeah,
He
hack
only
a Shaq.
shoots 59% from the field goal
From the free throw line?
or free throw. 59. That's not good.
That makes
He just-
LeBron look good.
Just had
Field
it.
goal.
And
Well,
we know LeBron's GOAT, but that makes LeBron good.
Okay.
LeBron look
We're
good.
not getting it.
Harden averaged 5 turnovers a game this year.
Giannis averaged 2.6. And he
5.
played 8 less minutes or something like that.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I'm taking,
5.
We're still
See,
taking
and-
Giannis.
I'm still taking. I mean, Giannis is a better
Alright.
defender, and I think he.
I think if it was a regular season award, it would go to Harden by a little hair. But since they lost to the Warriors, which is hard to penalize somebody for losing to the Warriors, but since Giannis destroyed the Celtics,
It's just that people have too short of memories. Like if Harden, let's pretend. I mean, it's a regular season award, but let's pretend like the
if it would have ended right after his 30-point streak, he would win MVP.
like if you took his
Without a
30-point streak,
doubt.
Yeah.
if you took his 30-point streak and moved it to a day
Like the
before the
end
end
of
of the
the
season,
season.
he's
Yeah.
winning. It's just because people have short-term memory. Like like voters, like
Hang on,
you think of what just happened. You don't think of what like
Giannis is not
you know,
lately, and Harden's
you don't think of the
kind
past.
I mean, we say Harden's been like man, but he's like still going off. But now
It
we're
is
just
very hard
we're
to
kind of
average
used to
above
it now.
35.
Yeah.
We're kind of used to
That's what
Harden
happens. People get numb to it.
Yeah, we're kind of
Wait,
used to
hang
Harden
on.
just shooting the ball out.
You know
scoring
James
a lot
Harden's the
of
only
points.
person in NBA history to have a 60-point triple-double?
Yeah, well,
do.
but But like, is he winning though? I mean, winning's the most important thing. So, most
It-
valuable. Who's
It doesn't
Like I
matter.
said,
You
like I
put.
said.
Hang on. If you think about it though, look what LeBron. I'm not trying to penalize LeBron on this. LeBron went to 9 straight finals. Giannis's team's good. It's not like the other teams in the East aren't very good. Like Kawhi, the Raptors, they're okay. Kyle Lowry can't show up in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Spicy P's, like not.
Yeah, greatest nickname. Hot take, greatest nickname of all time.
No, but Spicy P is very inconsistent. And Kawhi,
Who the hell's Spicy P?
Pascal Siakam.
and then
Oh.
and then you got Kawhi Leonard that's doing everything. And then on the other hand, the Sixers. The Sixers are very inconsistent. One night you see Ben Simmons scoring 24, 7, and 8, and then the next night he's scoring 6 points.
And they have the most talented roster.
And they have the most talented roster out in the East.
Speaking of Ben
But
Simmons.
hang on.
Oh.
But if you put Rockets in the East, they're going to the finals. I don't care. They're beating them.
That is factual. I can agree
I
with
wish
that.
we could see a best of 7 series between the Rockets and the.
I would like to see it. But
Wait, who won the season series?
Yeah, but we might as well not call it a best of 7 series because only 5 of them will be played.
Funny.
Like I said, though,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
just gonna depend. It's gonna depend on how if the Bucks make it to the finals, how they perform against the Warriors. If they get swept, then it's not fair to penalize James Harden for losing in the playoffs because the Warriors are that good of a team.
The thing is you can't penalize James Harden for a poor performance in the playoffs. He didn't do that bad in the playoffs. He made the Jazz look silly. He single-handedly smoked the Jazz.
It's just not enough against when another team has 4 All-Stars and you have
We're talking
5.
But we're not talking. We're talking
5
about.
All-Stars.
We're talking about how bad.
Cousins didn't play.
We're talking about how bad Kyrie Irving is in the playoffs, and in the first round, you would say he smoked. Pacers. You would say he smoked the Pacers, but then when you actually get his overall playoff performance, he wasn't that good. They didn't win. I'm just fine. Hot take time, everybody.
I'll go last.
Hot take. What is a hot take that one of you have?
Okay. Ben Simmons is overrated.
Yes.
He's considered a freak athlete, but no one guards him more than 10 feet out because he can't make a shot more than 10 feet out. And he disappears in the playoffs. If you're in the playoffs and you're guarding Ben Simmons, eventually you're gonna realize like know how to guard him because he's gonna become easy to guard.
You gotta give him time.
Yeah, but he averages 14. But right now he averages
Ben Simmons,
14 points per game in the
More
playoffs.
versatile.
You gotta give him. In my opinion, you gotta give him time.
But he's overrated as of now.
Maybe.
He's an
I would say
all-star.
maybe. I would say maybe.
Right?
I don't say he's an overrated
People
player.
calling
He
him
plays like
big
Magic
and-
Johnson.
Yeah.
but
He's a modern day Magic.
He should not be compared to the
Don't
greats
compare
that,
him to
like
Magic.
LeBron and Magic.
They
They're
have
not
the same
compared.
exact build. They're both
Yeah.
6'10" and they play the same exact way.
Dom, you're a good defender.
But LeBron
Do you
can
play
shoot the
like
ball.
Kawhi Leonard?
Hell
When I
yeah.
compare you to
Okay,
Kawhi-
okay,
You're
okay.
a good defender, like X-West. When I compare you to Kawhi Leonard,
I'm not an NBA player though. It's not that simple. Like they had very similar rookie seasons.
I don't know.
I can agree with
I think he's. I think I'm. Like I'm not saying that's a cold take, and I'm not saying that's like a lukewarm take. Like it's like
the meat of your take is a solid medium.
All right, Alan, what's your take?
my take. You ready? You're fat and ugly. Okay, my hot take.
This could get interesting.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Donovan's gonna get mad at me. I think.
Tommy, just get it.
Here we go. I think that Zach LaVine is as good or better than Devin Booker. How many more All-Star appearances does Devin Booker have than Zach LaVine? They both have 0. How many more?
His face.
How many more All NBA appearances does Devin Booker have than Zach LaVine? They both have 0. Yes, obviously Devin Booker's a better scorer and he's a better shooter, but LaVine is a better driver. He's more athletic. He's a better dunk. Like he's better close to the rim. He's better close to the rim.
Two-time dunk
He's a better defender. Devin Booker.
He got snubbed.
No,
he got
he
snubbed.
should be a
He
one-time
got
dunk.
snubbed.
We'll
Yes,
get
he
into
got
that.
some-
We'll get into that some other time.
Devin Booker is a terrible defender. Not that Zach LaVine's a good defender, but he's not. I mean, neither of them are anything special on defense. But I think Zach LaVine's athleticism gives him the edge on defense.
And his length.
What?
And neither of them. I mean, think about their. I
No,
mean,
because then it would have seemed like it was
okay,
planned.
shut. If you
Well, yeah, it was playing.
if you think about the way that if you think about the way that they play, as in like who, like their teams around them, neither of them win a lot. And all them, but this year Zach LaVine was averaging like 28 points a game at the beginning of the season.
Suns had
almost
the worst
30.
record in the league.
Yeah, and the Bulls were terrible too. They both were not performing amazing. I just think Devin Booker is is a little overrated, and I think that Devin Booker, when you can't win, okay, you guys need to stop.
I mean, the Bulls didn't have a great record either, though.
When you can't,
Okay.
neither of them can win, and it's like I don't know.
Stats time.
Stats
Go
time.
do this
I
season.
have a love too.
This season,
This season.
Devin Booker averaged 26.6. Total rebounds was 4.1, and assists per game was 6.8, shooting 46.7% from the field and 86.6 from the field, like free throw line.
Okay.
Not
Oh,
the
God.
field.
Not the field.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. And then Zach LaVine is 23.7 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 4.5
No,
assists,
more rebounds.
46.7 field goal percentage, and
Insane.
83.2.
I mean, think about how similar that is. I said he was on pace with or better. So you could say he's on pace. I think he's close. I mean, yes, Devin Booker scores better, but also his offense is designed to just let him score and nothing else. Like, not them win. They're not gonna ever come close to winning if they keep what they're doing with Devin Booker. It's all centered around him dropping a 70 ball. Like, that's literally it.
70.
I feel like you can't compare their teams because both their teams suck.
Yeah, but DeAndre, like literally,
I would
guys like
say-
DeAndre Ayton got no time just because it was all about Devin. It was the Devin Booker show.
Number 1 overall draft pick.
But like,
He
I feel like the
he had a
Bulls.
solid
The
season,
Bulls.
though.
He did have
averaged
pretty
like
good.
16, 10, and
I would say there's some
5.
very underrated rookies.
Yeah.
Hang on.
DeAndre.
I'll get into that later.
The Bulls
But-
have potential. Think about it. Who's their point guard? Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn. Levine.
Lock down Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn, Levine, Otto Porter, Marketing, and Wendell Carter Jr.
Like,
They're all
Very promising.
They're all young.
Yeah.
They could be,
And-
especially in the East.
and think about it, they all split the
go
ball. Then when I'm saying about my hot take, they're
They
all
have a high draft
they
And
all
they have a
split
good draft pick this year. They get someone good, a good scorer because you don't have.
they all split the ball pretty evenly. Like, it's not like Zach LaVine's the only one scoring. I mean, wasn't Laurie hurt most of this year? Or
Yeah, Laurie was hurt.
So, I mean, you still have other guys on the court that are literally, Devin Booker would take over. And, like, wow, when you look at the stats, it's like, wow, Devin Booker scored 60 and the rest of his team only scored 30 points. But it's because he's literally the only one with the ball. It's almost like James Harden. He's the only one with the ball.
I have a warm take.
Hang on. I would say something, though.
Okay. That's fine.
The Suns roster this year, the Suns had a no-name point guard. I forgot his name. I know in 2K.
He's
All
someone.
he does is shoot threes in 2K. Number 2, you got Devin Booker. Oh, no. Devin Booker played the point. At the 2 was Josh Jackson.
Yeah.
At the 3 was the kid from Nova. Who's the kid from Nova?
Oh, I know.
Mikal Bridges.
Yes.
At the 4 was Warren, TJ Warren.
TJ Warren.
And at the 5 was Ayton.
Alex Len. Oh, it was Ayton.
Is Ayton. And plus, right now, they're projected to get the number 2 pick in the draft. And you know who that's going to be? Ja the Stud Morant.
Alright, can I tell you my warm take? Most improved player for the 2020 NBA season will be Lowry Markkinen. He had a bad year this year, didn't play much. He's going to come and he's going to start.
Dirk with a 40-inch vertical.
Dirk.
No.
At Mike Orzemba.
I would say,
At Mike
Lowry
Orzemba.
can play.
like, I would probably say,
At
He's
Mike
like-
Orzemba.
He's like what you want. This is what the NBA is turning into. Stretch bigs. He can, if he gets like consistent, he can be very.
I think that's a good take. Like, I would say
Yeah.
that's like a little
That's why I
above
call that a
the
warm
line.
take.
Like, that's like water, like when you're waiting for it to boil, but it's not quite.
Yeah.
Like, it has little bubbles on the bottom.
Okay.
So rolling boil.
My hot take
Yeah.
is good.
Jeez,
Is
you paid attention in Dax class?
hot take.
Oh god, here we go.
By the 2022 season, the Clippers will be better than the Lakers. With the splash this year in free agency and a good draft pick.
By the 2022, they can
That's-
already be better than
That's 3 years from now. They were better this year.
Yeah.
This next year they'll be better than the Lakers, and the next year, and the next year
They were
because
better
LeBron
They were better
James.
than the Lakers this year.
That was just a-
I can
that was a
go
Hang
with
on.
hard
that.
take.
But if you think about it, though.
And that's an okay. I think it's an okay take. I think it's it's like it's.
But it's not really a take.
I mean, because I can see the Lakers being better. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen when LeBron's on the team. Like, I mean, they can literally win 60 games next year, or they can literally win 30 games. You don't know.
But I think the Clippers right now, aren't they the front runner for Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
At least that's
him
what
or-
people say. I
him
mean,
or resign.
nobody's inside
You
Kawhi's
never know.
brain, so you don't know.
Nobody knows what he's
Yeah,
doing.
but
I
like.
feel Kawhi could resign. You said he's like voice of
If the
it.
Raptors beat
he
the
likes
Sixers,
Toronto,
And they take the Bucks to like a long
and
way.
he's
to
had
the
like
Lakers.
one of the best years of his career. He's balling this year.
Listen.
All right, I have a very.
No, hang on.
hot-
I didn't finish my take. Let me
Alright.
finish.
Okay.
I would say if the Sixers, not the Jesus, the Sixers. No, if the Clippers can sign Kawhi, and they can keep their core group they have right now together, which is a very good they know how to work the ball and they all play very good defense. And I feel if they can sign someone like a Klay
Took the
Thompson,
Warriors to 6 games.
yeah, if they can somehow persuade Klay Thompson on going there, I think they can be very good.
Who?
The Clippers.
The Clippers.
I wasn't
And then the
listening.
Lakers, on the other hand, the only way I could see the Lakers being better than them, is
Davis.
if LeBron either balls out
Anthony Davis.
or Klay Thompson, or
I think
quote unquote, according to today, Kyrie Irving.
they just need to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone like scrutinizes the Lakers this year, like front office sucks. They probably would have been like a 7 seed if no one gets hurt.
I don't know.
Yeah, if Lonzo didn't get hurt.
But, I mean, you have to. One of the parts about being a good team. One of the parts of being a good team is you have to be able to win.
You have
injuries.
depth.
Everybody has injuries.
You need depth.
Next man on mentality.
Hot take: LeBron James, the man, King James. He was going to request a trade from the Lakers if they don't get their act together.
Maybe.
Their front office, Genie Boss, she doesn't know what she's doing. They lowballed Ty Lue. LeBron and Ty Lue won a championship together. They beat the Golden State Warriors together. Magic walked away. He was one of the main reasons LeBron went to the Lakers. I know he likes to live in Hollywood and he makes a lot of money there, but Magic is a big mentor to LeBron. The chemistry is awful since the trade deadline with Anthony Davis and all the drama. And I think if they don't land a big offseason player or a superstar this offseason, LeBron is going to request a trade. Or he's at least going to give them an ultimatum. Like, if you don't get somebody for me, I'm leaving. I'm going to he could go to the Clippers. They're still in LA. They have the cap for LeBron.
I just can't see LeBron, like, I don't know. He's usually a guy that's like, that's not, I know, he needs to do stuff like that. Like, he doesn't go out and just like publicly scrutinize his own organization.
I don't think he'll but he'll tell them like how it
You can tell he's fed up.
Yeah,
Because
he
it's
doesn't-
from
nobody
last
wants to-
season.
Nobody wants to play it. Like, they have the cap and they have the talent to compete for a championship.
Oh yeah, in reality, they're gonna. I can see that because in reality, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna land these guys. They're actually gonna land.
If they don't land anybody, that's Magic.
They're
Not
gonna
land.
land They're gonna land Terry Rozier. Like that's all they're gonna get.
They
They're
could
not-
get maybe Kemba, but like that's not enough. You can't win a championship with Kemba and LeBron. Not in the West.
And the thing is,
Not in the
they
West.
don't need a point guard. I think Lonzo is
I
very
love Lonzo.
promising.
I love Lonzo.
Lonzo's a very good
LeBron
defender.
plays like a point guard.
And he's a good passer.
They need
Shooters.
no offense to JaVale McGee, but they need Anthony Davis. They need him.
100%. They need shooters too.
Like
Shooters.
Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis would be the perfect fit for the Lakers.
Kuzma's good as like a 4,
They
but
have
they
one
need
after
they need a 5. They need a solid 5.
Speaking of who to sign, free agency predictions. First on the board is Kevin Durant from the Warriors. You know, he signed with them, and that was an extremely controversial decision, and everyone was mad, calling him a mistake. He got highly
Still love him.
scrutinized, but yeah,
Thunder fans still love him.
scrutinized. But in my opinion, I think that Kevin Durant will go where everybody's. Kevin Durant will go where everybody thinks he's going to go, which is the Knicks. And I think they have a supporting cast that can maybe get them to a 6 seed. That's my opinion. I think if he signs there, they'll be okay until they get another at least solid point guard or
You
starter.
guys probably will not agree.
Kyrie
on this.
Irving, Zion Williamson, New York Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals next year.
Hear this.
That's my hot take.
I did some research, and the Los Angeles Clippers have enough cap space to sign 3 maxes.
That's crazy.
And if you think about that,
They must have a lot of flexibility then.
They do.
That's 3 max.
They're
But what are you
probably-
sacrificing?
Who are they losing? They have to lose someone. in
Yeah,
free
there's
agency.
no way you can sign 3 superstars.
they don't. I don't think anyone's really a free agent this year. It's all like, I'd say rookie contract.
Then all those other players you have to take huge pay
I
cuts.
mean, Lou Will is not on his rookie contract, so.
Lou Will, I think they're okay with letting like Patrick Beverly go because they basically have Patrick Beverly 2.0 and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's really good from Kentucky.
But if you think about it though, if they hit this year in free agency, they hypothetically could sign Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, and Kevin Durant.
They could.
But they're not going to.
But they won't. That's what
That's
you,
no.
that's what
that's
you
never,
want to happen.
That's
but
never.
not, I
that
mean, I
never
could say
happens.
I think that LeBron James will sign with the Timberwolves, but that's not going to happen. I mean, I wish, but like it's not going to happen. So
I believe that Kevin Durant will go to the New York Knicks. It is a huge market city, and Kevin Durant, I think he really wants to get more publicity. Like when you think of the NBA, you think of like the popular players. I mean, Kevin Durant's a popular player, but he's not really like a huge publicity guy. But the New York City is the perfect place for him, and he could also team up with Kyrie because Kyrie's not staying with the Celtics. I'm almost positive because that was a terrible season.
Kyrie just recently voiced that he wants to play with LeBron. He'd be open.
Well,
He'd be open.
Yeah, Brian Windhorst said.
Well, I don't. In my opinion, I have Kyrie going also to New York, but I have him going to the Nets. I think that he has
D'Lo?
his ego is too much for him to get over to join with LeBron. I think that because the media will say, oh, he needed LeBron to win, so he went back to LeBron again. But I think the Nets are actually a pretty good fit for him. I think you put D'Lo at the 2 and run Kyrie at the 1. And I think that's a team that is like a 3 or 4 seed in the East, and I think that they could win a few games in the playoffs, and maybe they get some other quality free agents. I think that they could honestly like make a run for the title once the Warriors stop so good.
But can the Nets sign them? Sign them is the question.
They have cap.
They have enough. They have enough. I think.
Yeah.
They have.
I mean, the Nets were like the surprise team of the East this year. I mean,
And I can
they're
see.
really good defensive. They're one of the best defensive teams in the NBA.
He would be able to be under the bright
Oh,
lights.
sorry.
He would be able to be under the bright lights without having to team up with another star, so he could have his own team. He wants his own team. Yeah, that's what he always talks about. He
But
wants
he had
his own
that
team.
chance this year, and he did not perform.
Well,
It's Tatum's
2
team.
years ago. He
I'm
did.
sorry, it's Tatum's team.
Tatum is not that good. I'm sorry.
It's nobody's team.
He's
right
only
now.
21.
Dude, he's 20.
Okay, it's nobody's team right now. They suck.
Well, they don't
Actually,
suck.
technically,
Hang on.
If the
Going back
Pacers-
to the Nets, if Kyrie went to the Nets, that whole team would be toast. They have Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a 6th Man of the Year candidate. I think if you throw Kyrie in that system, it's gonna it's gonna make D'Lo worse, and I don't think it's gonna make Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, who
good.
would you start? Kyrie or D'Lo?
I don't like.
And you'd have to
Kyrie
move
anywhere
D'Lo to the
except
2.
for LeBron,
Yeah,
honestly.
D'Lo would not be a good
Like
shooting
anywhere
guard.
else, he's not like
No,
he's
no,
not
no,
a
no.
good leader.
Here's
Him and LeBron would work.
hear this.
Like it
How
did.
much cap space do the Pelicans have?
Oh my God.
He's not going to the Pelicans.
No. With who? Why would
No, it's gonna. It's
Anthony
Oh, yeah,
Davis
Anthony Davis
for
is-
half a
Anthony
season.
Davis should be gone.
Wait, who's a team that needs a point guard? That's in like desperate need of a point guard.
I think most of you guys probably have him teaming up in New York.
Who?
The
How many-
Cavs.
How many of you have? How many? Facts, Timberwolves. How many of you guys have Durant and Kyrie teaming up on New York?
I do.
They have all the cap in the world.
Zion.
And they have,
Durant,
yeah, they have potential
Kyrie
for an
Irving.
amazing first round pick, and then him.
Eastern
He and Kyrie would just be
Speaking of,
unfair.
okay, we'll start with the next person now.
All right, Jimmy Butler. This might
Next personnel. I thought
This
that
might
was.
surprise
I
some of
didn't
you.
even.
Alright,
Oh, we're not done with the
Shut
second
the hell
half.
up.
Starting
Okay, okay.
All right,
sorry.
so Jimmy Butler. This might surprise a couple of you. I have him going to the Indiana Pacers.
What?
Surprising.
Well, you
They
told
have
me
$50
to-
million in cap with flexibility. Oladipo was hurt this year. He will be back next year. He's an all-star at minimum. And they have Miles Turner, great defensive center, one of the best. He might win Defensive Player of the Year. He can turn down his player option in Philly, and him, Oladipo, and Turner, like
And Sabonis. Sabonis had a really good year this year.
they were a 5 seed, and they could have run with the Celtics if they had Oladipo. And if you add Jimmy Butler to that lineup, that is a lineup to be messing with next year.
Okay.
Well, why would
That's a very
Butler?
good-
Here's my
Why
one
would Butler
thing.
leave? If Philly goes deep enough, why would Butler leave? Say they go to the
They
finals.
got very good
And he wants
promise.
to get paid.
I think he's.
Maybe he wants to
No,
win.
I don't
I
think.
think
I think he could get paid and
Jimmy
win
Butler's the
in
guy that
Philly.
wants
They
to
can't
If he
afford.
say-
They can't afford Embiid, Butler, and Simmons.
Jimmy Butler's the guy that wants to win, so he's gonna go wherever the best.
Simmons is on
option
his rookie contract.
Yeah, but once that runs out,
Butler's gonna go wherever he can win, other than like obviously like the Warriors, like not there. I mean like somewhere that he can win and perform, and I think the 76ers are the best for that situation. I think he's just gonna stay. He's gonna stay.
I don't think Butler and Oladipo would gel well. I'm with Don.
I
think
like
he
the
should stay.
Indiana Pacers. I like it.
I think he should just stay, honestly.
They're both shooting guards. I mean, Darren Collison's really replaceable, but who are you gonna run at the 1? I don't think Victor Oladipo's like.
You could run Jimmy Butler at the 1.
No.
No,
he's
No,
not-
you
he's
can't.
not-
You could. If you say. If you could say, hey,
You
run
could
him
run.
at the
Then you
3.
could run.
He's a
you could
2.
run right now.
He's originally a 2.
Darren Collison's
Darren
a
Collison's
great point
old.
guard.
There's a very simple solution. You literally run Oladipo at the 2 and Butler at the 3.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's.
Butler's like what?
They-
Like,
I
And then you have Sabonis and Turner.
They need
That-
a
that's
they
a great
need a.
lineup.
I think they need a new point guard.
They'll
I don't like
they have a
Collison.
decent draft pick. This
Oh,
year.
they got what's his face? They got the
Well, how
Giannis
high of a draft
Holiday.
pick do the Pacers have?
Oh,
this
they
year?
do.
They
The
won't have.
younger-
They
the
won't.
older Holiday?
They won't.
How
have
high is the Pacers draft pick this
20,
year?
20, because in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Not only do I have
Super.
Jimmy Butler resigning, but I also have Kawhi Leonard resigning. I
like
think
that.
if they win this upcoming Game 7, that'll already have happened. But this Game 7 is big for Kawhi Leonard. I think that if they win, and I think they could give a Bucks a run for their money, then I think he could resign. But if they lose, I mean you don't know what Kawhi's thinking, but I think I have him resigning like 75% of the time. Like I feel like,
But he stated like he wants to play. He wanted to be in LA when he was on the Spurs. But then they just sent him as far away as they could. So you think he's just gonna start liking
but
it?
so
over there?
that's
He's voiced that he does like
what
it.
about Paul George?
Paul George.
Paul George said I
That
want
is
to go to
true.
LA, and then he
I'm sure
resigned.
he's probably regretting it now.
Probably because Russell
Yeah.
Westbrook is a.
Okay, I
If
got
he
one.
would've
I
went
got
LeBron-
one thing.
If he went LeBron,
I got
maybe-
one thing.
Maybe still in the playoffs, probably.
This isn't really about free agency, but Everyone's sleeping on Kawhi Leonard though. Like low key,
Kawhi Leonard's
He's the best player in the East right now.
Oh,
Besides
shit.
Giannis. Besides Giannis.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean,
If you
could
think-
you could argue because he's just how good he's playing, but like
I-
throughout the season he's not better than Giannis.
Do you think he's gonna sign with the Kawhi's gonna sign with the Clippers?
I think he's going to the Clippers.
I think
if
They have a
The-
ton of cap.
see the thing is there a team that's built to win now? And I think they could beat the Bucks in 7 games. If you put
the
Kawhi,
Raptors.
yeah, if you put Kawhi
Yeah.
on Giannis, I feel Giannis isn't scoring more than 30 points in a game.
But
Maybe
That's
even
why
this.
it's still
I
good.
could see him scoring under 25.
yeah, but most of the games that the Bucks won, like so far in the playoffs, Giannis didn't go off.
Yeah, no, yes he did.
When they were playing the Celtics like controlled Giannis, and then Mirotic and Lopez and Brogdon and all them, they were having all like 15+ point games of shooting threes. Because Giannis just draws in all the defense and then throws them out and they shoot threes. That's what the Bucks do.
If you have Kawhi going to the Clippers, what are the odds that Clay and Kawhi go to the Clippers?
I think Clay's going to the Lakers. So that changes
I
that.
think the Lakers are a great fit, but I don't know if he wants to play
Clay
there.
is the perfect player for
See,
LeBron James.
that's what I said exactly last year. Is why the hell did the Lakers sign Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley, Rondo, and JaVale McGee?
They were waiting
People
till
have
they were
won the
waiting till
Lakers
next
are-
year.
No, wait.
I know that. I think that's a good decision
Cheap.
on the Lakers' part.
They're
They
cheap.
all signed that. What contracts are they on? They're on 1
So
year.
they can get rid of all of them.
So now
They
they're.
know they have LeBron for 4.
That's how
so
they're going to
just
sign.
fine.
That's how they're going to sign an X. They have some cap and they can just.
I
figure out all
still think the
players
Lakers are gonna need nobody. I think Clay is going to re-sign with the Golden State Warriors because they have money. I mean, I think Durant's gone no matter what. So if I think Clay's just gonna re-sign. I mean, they literally won 73 games with Curry, Clay, and Draymond. So it's not like Kevin Durant leaves and they're done.
Clay is literally like the perfect player LeBron James would need on his team to win a championship. Just a
Well,
spot
but the question is,
shooter.
yes,
Or he can
fits.
re-sign with a team. Why would you leave somewhere when you're winning and you're getting respect? It's
Well,
not like
maybe because he's never had.
No,
never
that's the thing. He's not getting respect.
He's not.
You're
he's never
looking at
been in
Klay
the
Thompson
spotlight.
You're looking at Klay Thompson. What do you think when you think of Klay
He's
Thompson?
like the 3rd best.
What do you do when you think of the
scorer.
Warriors?
He's
Spot up
Think of
shooter.
Curry and
he's a
KD.
spot up
Curry and
shooter,
KD.
and he can only shoot.
But what about him
off the catch and
what
shoot.
about him in the 73-9 Warriors? He wasn't thought of as
I
a
don't.
spot
I
up
think
shooter.
of Curry.
Like
Yeah, when you
When
think of 73 and 9
today,
Warriors,
you think of Curry
yeah,
and
so
KD.
what? He's gonna go sign with the
Curry and
Lakers,
KD.
and he's suddenly
Not
gonna
the
be above
73.
LeBron.
No, it's gonna be LeBron and Clay.
Yeah.
The duo. Right now it's KD and Steph.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's
And then the
gone.
third little guy.
But
that's
Kevin Durant's
outside.
out of there. So it's gonna be Curry and Clay and Dre, like it always
Yeah, but
was.
sometimes you don't want to be in the same place for your entire career. Sometimes you want to feel
But
different.
when you're winning, I mean, if I'm Klay Thompson, I'm resigning. I think, and I also think he will resign. Everybody, you've just watched our first episode of Fake D Podcast. Many more to come. 100 million subscriber special coming next week. So, thank you everybody for watching. We will thank our producers over here, Caleb and Colin. Give them a nice applause. But
And shout out to Mr. Hughes.
Mr.